and welcome. And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. You get a walk-off. No, you get a walk-off. 3 walk-off wins in a row for your Los Angeles Dodgers. What? I can't believe it. I got goosebumps, chills up my spine. Man, I don't know what to say. That was unbelievable. I could not believe what we just saw. Will Smith, he comes off the bench, and he cranks that out. Dodgers get the win. Unbelievable. This team is just insane. You got to show your boys in blue, the Los Angeles Dodgers, lots of love. What a weekend. The Dodgers, they own the Colorado Rockies. 11th straight for your Los Angeles Dodgers against the Rockies. 6 straight wins, but we're going to get into all that. But show me in the comments how much you guys love Will Smith, the Los Angeles Dodgers. This team is absolutely clutch. This team is nails. This team is going to get it done in the postseason when you got guys like contributing rookies. You got guys like Matt Beatty. You got Verdugo. You got Will Smith. This is unbelievable what we're seeing right now for your Los Angeles Dodgers. Best record in Major League Baseball, 54 wins, on pace to win 111 games, and they're doing it in exciting fashion. It'd be one thing if we were just winning baseball games. They have us on the edge of our seats every single night, and they're doing it, and they're doing it in exciting walk-off fashion. 3 nights in a row. You heard Joe Davis mention you haven't had 3 straight walk-offs since 2010. It's been a minute. This team is unbelievable, but we're going to break down this game. I just can't believe what we just saw. What a great game today for your Los Angeles Dodgers. But where are you guys? As always, we get things kicked off here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Like I said, this is your show. I'm just hosting it. So let me know where you guys watching the post-game show. Give me cities, zip codes, area codes, whatever it is. Be sure you let me know so I can read it out here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I know you guys are excited because that win was just great. I mean, he had just 6 home runs in 7 games. He's like big league, AAA, AA, CLA, wherever you put me, I'm hitting jacks. And Will Smith, he just exploded on that one. It was a thing of beauty. And wow, once again, this team has really just been phenomenal this year, and they blow our minds once again, this time with the Will Smith walk-off. But here we go. We got Peter Robinson, crazy series. Yep, another crazy series for your boys in blue. They get it done. Hell yeah, baby. Walk-off weekend from Gonzalo Guzman Jr. We got Jorge, too good to be true. I'm with you, Jorge. You just never know. It felt like a sleepy game, right? Felt like that sleepy Sunday game where the Dodgers, they might have been okay with the series win, but they weren't. You know that come late innings, they were going to start making a move, and the Dodgers did that. Going into tonight, the Dodgers heading into the series 7-4 when tied after 8. Now that's 8-4. The Dodgers came in tonight 7-15 when they were out hit. So really, it was just unbelievable. And also that lack of run support for Kenta Maeda. Kenta Maeda, his last 4, 2 runs, 3 runs, 2 runs, and today they get it done, though, for Kenta Maeda, who really just pitched a great game. Other than that first, those first 2-inning woes continue for Kenta Maeda, but we're not thinking about that. What a great win for your Dodgers. Here we go, though. We got Michael Belton, cheers. Tina, Dodgers win. Gus Lonnie, the best. Brian Stewart, wow. Caleb Wong, Will Smith, Gonzalo, Dodgers for life. Peter Robinson, 3 rookies in a row. Exactly. 3 rookies in a row, right? I thought that those veterans, I thought Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger's 1 for 10 in his last 10, and then before taking that walk, and then Justin Turner over 10. I thought these guys, like, hey, don't forget who these vets are. It's my turn for a walk-up, but nope, Will Smith gets it done, and really it's nothing but positive because you got a pipeline of players in this Dodger organization, and they show you that they are masters of developing this young talent. 16 of the 25 came up through the Dodger pipeline, and that just shows you that this organization from top to bottom knows what it's doing, from AAA all the way down to rookie ball, bringing in guys that can come off cold. One thing I love about Will Smith, too, Will Smith knows that he's more than capable of taking these catcher reins. He's proved it offensively. He shows he's got a strong arm. He can frame. He can do all things we need. He gets sent down. Does he sulk? Does he go to the minors and just play woe is me? I'm supposed to be up in the bigs. Heck no. This guy earns his way back, crushes a walk-off. And I'm just telling you, the baseball gods are telling us right now that we need to put Will Smith in at catcher, okay? It has to happen. He has outgrown AAA. Sometimes you just play your way in. You're too good not to play. Will Smith is too good at the bat, too poised at the plate. Look at him. Nothing fazed this kid. You see the fire in his eyes. No moment is too big for him. And tonight he proved it once again. I'm telling you, the baseball gods. Look at that play. Perfect throw from Cody. Kike makes a nice throw. And Russell Martin, he should just caught that on the fly instead of that sweeping tag. And really, that's another sign it's time for the Will Smith era to begin for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But here we go. We got Mar, L.A. Woo! Stan, did that just happen? Ken Sanders, it's a rookie walk-off weekend. That's a good headline. I like it. It's a rookie walk-off weekend. Tina Gibbons, simply amazing. Dean, this is money. We got Marissa Munoz. What up, Marissa? We got Gonzalo, Will Smith. But let's get to you guys. We got our friend John from the 661. John from Lancaster. John, he always is a regular. So what's up, John? We got Johnny Rios from Phoenix. We got Brian from Lawrence, Kansas. We got Jorge, 3 in a row by the rookies. Bill Waters from Bakersfield. We got our boy Dave Smith from Colorado Springs. Colorado, the Rockies. The Rockies. The Dodgers are a mountain the Rockies can't climb. Charles K. Montfort is the owner of the Rockies. It's actually the Los Angeles Dodgers. You win 11 in a row, and they're going to start to feel that. The Dodgers, 29 games over 500, 35-9 at home, 6 walk-off wins this season. They've now won 9 of their last 11. 24 home runs in their last 11, and the team ERA is just over 2. Look, we're going to talk about the World Series. Yes, if the Dodgers don't win a World Series, we know what the end game here. We know what we're playing for. We want to end that drought, right? We don't want 32 years. We're going to end that drought. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's sit back and appreciate what we're witnessing. We're witnessing a team that despite having a nice cushion, despite being up 7.5 games, despite having a 12-game lead in the division, it's a team that competes every night, and really they don't take any pitches off, and tonight showed it. This team, just so much grit and fire with your Los Angeles Dodgers. But here we go, back to you guys. We got our friend Deborah. What up, Deborah from Huntington Beach? Jay from Chandler, Arizona. Green screen issues. We got Janae June. The kids are hot. Fire emojis. And again, wow, we got Ray, Mountain Home, Arkansas. All right, what up? We got our boy David from Chicago, Illinois. What up, David from Chicago, Illinois? I think you guys want to see my pretty whack mini blinds, but so fix that. But we got our boy over here. We got Jill. What? AAA rocks for LA. You right. Janae Juno. We're nasty. Exactly. That's the mantra, baby. These boys can hit from top to bottom. We saw it today. We got Freddie. Go Dodgers from Minnesota. Matt Castro. The rookies rock the Rockies. You got it. The rookies rock the Rockies. Say that 3 times fast, right? The rookies. Matt Beattie is just unbelievable. Matt Beattie is really doing his thing. And don't forget that really started off with Matt Beatty really doing his thing, and he's just on fire. Matt Beatty, last 7, 363, 632 slugging, walk-off home runs, and just really this guy is absolutely clutch. At Matt Beatty, man, he brought the clutchness last night, and then Will Smith brought the clutchness tonight. And Matt Beatty, that he wheeled out that single. Don't give me. We got some fast guys on this team. You got Chris Taylor, Cody Bellinger, and Matt Beatty, guys that can really put on those afterburners and beat out those infield singles. And that's an effort play. That is an all-out effort play by Matt Beatty, another guy who got his crack at the show, and he's taking full advantage of it. But here we go. We got Matt. This has to be our year. Charles Hamill, 5'6", shout out to Whittier. We got Raul from Baldwin Park. We got Francisco Javier by Barnes or Martin. Look, I said it last time. It's nothing against Barnes, really. Barnes is great at what he is. Gives you some positional flexibility. He can play some other positions. He's a great locker room guy. But Barnes really is a guy that, I was watching the game today, and I was thinking to myself, Barnes goes up there, and I'm more excited to see Kenta Maeda after Barnes, okay? And yes, Kenta Maeda can rake for a pitch. He's hitting like 286 this year. But when that's the case and you're looking ahead of a player to get to Kenta Maeda, you have some offensive deficiencies. They're going to be tough to overcome. But let's get back to you guys. They walked Martin. I know, right? Tommy James, Bud Black, hey, you give Dave Roberts CT3. By the way, CT3, I know you're watching the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I know you're watching it from your locker right now. And we just want to say, we've been a little tough on CT3. I forgot one of our regulars was calling him CT3K for 3 strikeouts. But you know what? Give credit while credit's due. In the absence of Corey Seager, we asked a lot from Chris Taylor. We asked a lot for a guy to switch positions in one of the most difficult positions to play in all of sports. And he not only comes in and plays the position well, he just starts raking. He's hotter than Satan's armpit right now. This guy is on fire. And Chris Taylor, you can see he's a little more. He has a little more control over that swing, and you just gotta love it. Chris Taylor, my man, you're really doing some nice work, and really at the best possible time. So Chris Taylor just destroyed that baseball. Unbelievable. Last 7 games for Chris Taylor heading in tonight, he was hitting .417, slugging .792. And that we got player of the week. You got to give to CT3, right? He had 2 jacks against the Giants, and then 2 jacks, and then he had today you get that big home run. So really, Chris Taylor, unbelievable. Last 15, sitting at 300, still with 17 strikeouts, but coming in at May, he had a nice run, but he started to fade a little bit. But really, Chris Taylor, give him all the credit in the world. He's hitting 400. 2 home runs, 229 WRC plus, and really he's taking most of the starts at shortstops, and really that on-base percentage, .516, slugging .760. So you are more than doing your job. It's that next man up mentality with this team. Next man up mentality. Yes, Corey Seager, he was the hottest Dodger. He was just the hottest Dodger. He was the hottest player in all of baseball in June, and Chris Taylor comes in and he's just lights out. But let's see, we got our boy, we got Chris Simpson, go Dodgers from Harlan, Kentucky. We got Henry Gomez, let's go Dodgers, watching from San Antonio, Texas, born in L.A. I love it. Represent the boys in blue down there in San Antonio. We got Tommy James, great rookies, best farm system in baseball. Look, the Dodgers, you got to trust this farm system, and you got to trust the fact that there's guys coming up the pipeline, and there's a reason why they have that untouchables list. Guys like Lux, like May, like Ruiz, guys that you don't want to touch because they know what they're going to get out of them in the future. And not only that, they know that they can develop them. So you get that raw talent. The Dodgers have shown they know how to get it to the big leagues, and they know how to make them produce. And tonight was another great example. Will Smith just rocked that. He rocked that pitch against the Rockies. That was all she wrote. Gets the walk-off jack. You got to love it. That was just a pretty swing. Pretty swing right there to right center field. Just goes with it. Unbelievable by Will Smith, man. You just got to love that, what we're seeing from Will Smith. I mean, it's unbelievable. But Let's break. Here we go. We got our boy Raul Viva los Dodgers. We got Eric, ridiculous rookies. Future is blinding bright with all this talent that isn't afraid of the moment and confident in their abilities. You know, it's another thing too. It makes you rethink because the moment that something goes wrong with his bullpen, the moment that starting pitching goes down or we get that bottom third of the lineup slumping, we all want to rush and just cash in on those rookies, on that Dodger pipeline. But really, there's a reason why they're patient with guys. There's a reason why Verdugo was an untouchable this offseason. And because the Dodgers, they trust that process of bringing their guys up. But we got Sam, we got Chris Taylor, we got Patricia, great baseball this weekend. Bart Smith, winners win. We got Slicks, that's the shirt though. Yes, you got to cop this shirt. Definitely go to Dodgers Nation. I love this one. Definitely get those. All the freshest Dodger gear, the freshest Dodger tees. Love this one. Speaking of, here we go. We got Giannis. We got Fresh Prince of LA. But let's break down this game just a little bit. Break this game down. And then we'll get to more of what you guys want to talk about. Keep those comments coming. Mash that hard button for your Dodgers. Keep those comments coming. We're going to definitely get to those, no doubt about it. Let's just break this game down just a little bit. So that first inning, the Dodgers come out. Kenta Maeda, like we mentioned, that run support has not been there for Kenta Maeda. And also that first inning for Kenta Maeda, those first two innings really has been where they're doing their damage against him. So he came in, though. He had that changeup going against lefties. He was throwing his slider for strikes. And once again, they jumped out to a 1-0 lead by the Rockies. Dahl hits that home run on that 90-mile-per-hour fastball. And really, it just, it's your typical Dodger Stadium day game. Carries a little more in the day. He hits that out. And really, it's just crazy. Each of the last 8 runs that Kenta Maeda had allowed coming into that have been allowed in the first 2 innings. So, hey, I mean, maybe we explore that opener idea, maybe put out Urias for the first 2 innings, then bring in Maeda. Who knows? I mean, but really unbelievable that they were able to pick him up later in the game. So, yes, he lets him up early on, but he really settled down. He was in control, and really he pitched a really crafty game tonight, and I love that. Second inning, 2 strikeouts for Maeda. He gets out of that second inning. And then Kike Hernandez, really one of the stories today is Kike Hernandez. Man, he gets that double. And first he knows about Kike Hernandez is those pants, man. Those pants were seriously tight, super, super extra small pants by Kike Hernandez. But hey, whatever works. If that's what it takes for you to get 2 doubles and you got to spray paint your pants on, go for it, Kike. Look, I know the ladies love it. They probably appreciate the look. You might get a Lululemon endorsement deal. Who knows? But Kike Hernandez, he gets that double. And really, also, he goes in and he makes that spectacular play. If you didn't say Kike Hernandez, an unbelievable play. He bare hands that chopper and just makes a really gorgeous running throw. And it's just another thing. He can do so much with his glove if he can just get his bat together, get that swing together, and start producing at the plate offensively. You're looking at someone that can more than be an everyday player. It's just really his bat has limited him. But really, we know defensively he's a phenomenal talent, and he showed us again with that one play. But Muncy, he extended his on-base streak later in the inning, 32 consecutive games on base for Max Muncy, most in the National League. But here we go. We got Zed James. Hell yeah, Doug. What up, Zed? We got Ray Gomez. Go Dodgers from El Paso, Texas. We got Bill Stratner. Congratulations. Will Smith from Baton Rouge. I love it. Will Smith from Baton Rouge. And look, we should have a parade for Will Smith like they do in New Orleans, because this guy has done nothing but mash at the show in the minor leagues, and Will Smith is showing us that this guy could be another asset. Sometimes things just happen in the course of a season, and the Dodgers, last year the issue was, is Will Smith going to be able to hit at an MLB level? Now he looks like that could be one of his strengths. It looks like his defense could potentially be his offense could be why he's at the show. So I love that. We got Isaiah trade Barnes for pitching and let Will start. And the other thing, too, is, you keep Russell Martin, let him mentor him. Josh Stern, what a win. Claire checking in from Montreal, Canada. Montreal. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Future home of your Tampa Bay Rays, the Montreal Rays. I like it. We got Cam Riddle, San Luis Obispo, Fernando. We got Zed James. Hey, where'd you get that shirt? Like I said, go to DodgersNation.com, Piensa Azul. This is like the freshest gear right here. I mean, you got to cop these fresh tees. I wear them everywhere. Like I said, you can't always wear your jersey. If I could, I would. I'm not going to just roll up, always wear my jerseys. You know what I mean? So you get the fresh T-shirt and support your Dodgers everywhere you go, all day, every day. We got Fernando, Santa Clarita, Steven. I was there yesterday for the walk-off win by the Chicano, Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo, man, that was just a shot by Doogie last night. Unbelievable work by Alex Verdugo. And really, I mean, what can you this could be a 3-hour post-game show just starting with Walker Buehler. But Alex Verdugo, who had started to fall into just a little bit of a slump, has really made things really happen for himself. 321 last 7. And he's getting those jacks, getting walk-off home runs. Also, I want to see Alex Verdugo on the court. He was looking like Kyrie Irving in between the legs, looking like some N1 mixtape stuff, putting the batting helmet through the legs. But Alex Verdugo, such a great player. So excited about his future. But Miguel loved the Doyers. We got Scott, Go Blue from Kansas. David Cano, best rookie class. Miguel, Miami in the house. All right, cool. Yeah, let's get back. We got Tommy James, Kawhi Leonard opts out. Next stop, the Lakers. All right, hey, let's focus on the boys in blue here. But look, I mean, Kawhi, who knows? But go Dodgers from Visalia, California. That's from Adolio, Visalia. Nice. But here we go. So getting back into the game, really. After Kike Muncy walks, and then really the game kind of, it looked like the Dodgers were really going to struggle to put runners on base because they just couldn't get anything going all day. And then really he starts then really in the 5th inning, Kike, they mentioned Kike. He's got the thing about him. He has to learn to lay off that low and away pitch. He has the worst swing and miss rate at that pitch in the bigs, and it costs him again. So then that brings up Kenta. Kenta gets a nice hit, like I mentioned. He's raking. Kenta Maeda, 286 on the air. Then the 6th inning, that was a beautiful inning by Kenta Maeda. 4-pitch 6th inning, 88 pitches through 6. So that pitch count was starting to balloon early on. And like the Kenta Maeda that we've seen, he settles down and he just handles his business. And he was really very poised out there, and he was taking care of business. He was landing that slider for strikes. I mean, that slider, which he had gone away from, he started bringing it back tonight, throwing it for strikes. That changeup was working for him, and the location on the fastball was really starting to come along, and that's where he really started to settle down. Then the 7th inning, how about Stan Musial with check that, Jock Peterson with that incredible diving stop there. I mean, really, Jock Peterson, he doesn't look like a natural first baseman, but look, you've seen guys handily learn the position. Guys have, I think Stan Musial used to be a pitcher too before he went there, but guys can learn that position, and really, sometimes it takes that one play to know that you belong there and to build that confidence. So I'm rooting for you, Jock Peterson. Whatever it takes to really get the most offense off on the field is something that I want to take a flyer on. It's what I'd focus on if I was the Dodgers. Whatever you can do to keep the most offense on the field, keep those bats on the field, because we know, especially come postseason time, it's about getting those hits, and really that's what it's all about. So if Jock at first is something that's going to help bring that along, then I'm all for it. But he definitely needs those reps. And really, if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers, that's what happens when you you earn the right, you build that luxury to experiment when you have a 12-game lead. When you have that type of lead, and really it was unbelievable. But here we go. We got A.H. Hernandez, our boy Tina. He'll be sent down. Hope not. We got Mefree 41. Yay, Dodgers, go blue. We got Carlos, Matt Barnes not making postseason roster. I mean, Matt Barnes, he was a great player for the Lakers. No, I was kidding. But Will Smith needs a new song, Boom Boom Shake the Room by Will Smith. I like that. I was thinking about that. The Fresh Prince, I think that we should maybe get a new song, because Fresh Prince, that's when he was on TV, right? Now he's ready for the big screen. Now he's ready for those bright lights of the show. Maybe we should get a new Will Smith song. I was thinking about Summertime. Hey, the Boys in Blue, right? The Boys of Summer. Maybe throw that in there. But yeah, Will Smith, puns for days, getting jiggy with it, whatever you want to do, I'm down with as long as he's producing like he is, really. But, yeah, the 7th inning, he makes that stop. And really, with Maeda, too, it was a lot of weak hits. It was bloopers. It really wasn't really hard contact. And he really put together a decent outing. And it was the first time all year that he went 7. So his last few outings, really, you're looking about his last 3 outings, 5 against San Francisco, all losses, by the way, 5 against San Francisco, 4 1/3 against the Angels, and then 5 against the Diamondbacks. So his deepest outing of the year, and really probably his best pitching game since that 12 strikeout game he had against the Padres. But then, first time all year, then Kike, he cranks that second double, and really, runners on first and second, 1 out. They bring in Chad Bettis, who hadn't allowed an inherited run all year. So Bettis hadn't allowed an inherited run all year. Of course, you know what that means. That means CT3 smoked one into left field about 9 rows deep, and a home run, 8th of the season for Chris Taylor. He just unloaded on that one. He swings Excalibur's sword. He's got a sword, and when he connects with it, it just is violent. I'm telling you, he's hotter than the devil's armpit right now. Chris Taylor filling in for Corey Seager. Give him all the love he deserves. Like I said, Chris Taylor, I know you're watching this from your locker, and really, we've been kind of tough on you, Dodgers Nation post-game show, but look, we apologize. We knew that this is what we could expect out of you, right? But and then the 8th inning, it looked like the Dodgers were going to win a tight one. Then the 8th inning, Walters, he ropes one to right in a play where, like I said, Bellinger, he made a nice throw. Kike made a nice throw. Then Russell Martin, he unfortunately was unable to control it. And like I said, he had tons of time. He really could have had an out by miles if he had just caught it. But it's okay because Baez, he was able to get Valleca to fly out with that go-ahead run on third. So give Baez a lot of credit. He has quietly, it's almost like you only talk about the bullpen when it's not doing its job. And Baez has come in and he did his job and really gave up a hit. Yes, he did, but that was a clutch sequence right there to get him to fly out. And then bottom of the 8th, like I said, Turner 0 for 10. He flies out. Bellinger, he takes that 4-pitch walk. And then the 9th inning, Kenley Jansen, he comes in, and we saw what happens when Kenley goes back-to-back. We saw how that average is totally different. It jumps almost 100 points when he doesn't get some rest. But really, he came in, he looked good. He got Blackman to fly out, and then he gets Tapia striking out, swinging on a really nice 93-mile-per-hour pitch right down the pipe. Really kind of challenged him, and he got Tapia, and then he gives up that single to Hampson, and then it brings up Dahl, and then Hampson, he's got wheels too. He takes second without even an attempt. Like I said, the baseball gods are trying to tell us that Will Smith is supposed to be the starting catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that was another example because didn't even get the throw across. And then, of course, bottom of the 9th, Mr. June, really, Matt Beatty, he brings that clutchness, and then Will Smith gets the walk-off. So a great win for your Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's get back to you guys here in the comments. Where you guys watching the game from? How do you guys feel about your Los Angeles Dodgers? Do you want Will Smith to be the starting catcher of your Dodgers? But here we go. We got Carlos. We got CT3 is my daughter's favorite player. Every day she says it, and he came through today. I like it. CT3 definitely came through. And your daughter, she should be proud because he's been really, really playing great these days. The Dodger, Tony, Dave Roberts deserves enormous credit for this team. You know, Dave Roberts understands that without a World Series win, without the Commissioner's Trophy, without ending the 31-year drought, he's not going to get the credit he deserves. And really, that's just what happens. When you play for an organization like the Dodgers and you have the players and the pitching and the resources, look, it's championship or bust as far as whether or not he's going to get credit. Like I said, the Dodgers are going to try to be the first team since the Cardinals to go win 3 straight pennants, but they also are going to try to avoid being the first team since the Giants to lose 3 straight World Series. So don't worry, Dave Roberts understands what he needs to do if he wants to get that, if he really wants to get all the credit from Dodger fans. But, you know, he had some. But here we go. We got Macville, Kenta, mediocre performance. He needs to do better. Look, it was that early inning struggles that reared its ugly head once again. It's not like he got smoked. I mean, he gave up a home run. in a Dodger Stadium, an afternoon at the Chavez Ravine where the balls are going to carry. But really, most innings pitched this year, 7 innings for Kenta Maeda. I think that, he settled down and he really pitched a great game. He was really using that slider tonight. I'm telling you, Kenta Maeda was doing all right. But here we go. We got Sean, Key Barnes, Will Smith should replace him. Mr. Shitty photo, blanky photos. We got to bring back this team slogan. This team, I think this year is maybe weird nasty. I mean, maybe you coined the weird nasty because that's what this team is. They are nasty. They keep coming at you. If you're going to see the Dodgers, if they're going to see you 3 times, 4 times, you're done. It reminds me of that scene Nicky in Casino. He just keeps coming back. You bring punch him, he'll bring it back. He just keeps coming at you. So you better end the Dodgers because if you give them any life, they are going to get it done. And these clutch wins against the MLB elite, these have been the 2 best teams in Major League Baseball over the last 30 games. The Rockies are no slouch. Any other division, and the Rockies are probably going to run away with the division title, but the Dodgers, they're making them look like an afterthought, 12 games ahead of them in the division. So really, here we go. We got Ricky Go Dodgers from Charlotte. We got born in Los Angeles, watching in Iowa. Sam Walker could potentially win 120 games. The Dodgers would have to really, really put together a serious streak to make that a possibility, a reality. But they're on pace right now to win 111 games. But the thing about Kenta Maeda, too, the friendly confines have been nice for Kenta. This year on the road, 5.67 on the road, 5-1. By the way, second on the team in wins now. Second in the National League in wins, 8 wins for Kenta Maeda behind Ryu. So 8th win, and then at Dodger Stadium, that's where he really saves his best. At Dodger Stadium, has an ERA 5-1, 1.95 ERA. So the other thing too, tonight you saw lefties, righties. Righties first in the NL. Righties are hitting 150 against him with the OPS of 493. And then also, it was about getting ahead of the count. So when he started to settle down today, it was about getting to that first pitch strike, and he was able to do that on first pitch strike. Batters are hitting 187, and when they're ahead in the count, they're hitting 333. So he stuck to his game plan. He knows what works for him. He executed, and Kenta Maeda, look, with the Dodgers offense failing to produce early on, he really pitched a really nice game considering there was very little margin for error, and Kenta Maeda really had a solid outing. There's no question about it. But here we go. We got Janae Gino. Will Smith said on you think I'm a target. Watch this. Boom. Exactly. You're not a trade target. Cam, I don't know if they go after Bauer. Bauer, I don't know. I think that what this team has developed from a chemistry standpoint, when you got guys like David Freese, you got guys like Justin Turner, Clayton Kershaw, do you really want to mess with that mix? You don't want to mess with that mix because we know one bad apple spoils everything. I'm not saying, Bauer, who knows what he's really like in the locker room, but you don't need guys with their Twitter fingers popping off. And yes, he has had a few nice quality starts, but really, Bauer, he's had his issues. I don't know if I would do that, but if you are interested, by the way, if you are interested in some starting pitching help, if you want to go that route, I definitely recommend heading over to DodgersNation.com. Go to DodgersNation.com because there's a really great piece right now by Tim Rogers, the trade guru, where he breaks down some potential options if the Dodgers want to go that route and acquire a starting pitcher. So there's guys like Matthew Boyd. He's had a nice year. He's only 28, 3.35 ERA. And really, it's more of a change of scenery for him. Caleb Smith is one guy that he mentioned, and and like he mentions, you never know what the Marlins. Look if the Marlins have given up. They've given up guys like Yelich. They've given up guys that have gone on to be stars in this league. So you never know. And if the Dodgers, who definitely have communicated, they have a big time trade history with the Marlins. Who knows what could be the case? But he's a guy who's he's under control for a long time, salary $557,000. So you never know with the Marlins. But you would have to really, really gut some of those prospects. You're definitely going to have to give up some serious prospects to get him. Then you got Marcus Stroman's a guy that's definitely available, and really this team is just really wowing us. But like I said, Rich Hill going down, Kenta Maeda, you never know with who we're going to throw in there. We got Ross Stripling. By the way, shout out to Ross Stripling. Ross the Boss Stripling went on this week's Blue Heaven podcast with Brooke and the Real FRG. If you haven't listened to that, Ross Stripling is a real one. He now has the Dodgers Nation karma, so that probably means he's going to be lights out in that role. And based on what we've seen with Ross Stripling, I actually like him as a guy, as a starter. He's a guy that you let him zero in on an opponent, you let him game plan for a specific team, and he's a guy that you can get a lot from and coming out. And then also the versatility that Urias gives you. We know that Urias, we're building him up to be an ace. We're building him up. Urias has ace level, ace caliber stuff. He's filthy. Julio Urias is unbelievable. You saw what he did the other night. But really, him as a weapon out of the pen could be an ace up our sleeve in the postseason. I could see Ross Stripling. Look, he made an all-star team as a starting pitcher, and I could see him in that role. But here we go. We got Steven. Even when A.J. Pollock comes back, Alex Verdugo will stay in the lineup and left because he's that good and consistent. Yes, look, Verdugo, give him credit. First of all, he's got the Coolio beads. You never know what he's going to rock with his hair, his chains. This guy just gets it. He oozes star power. He oozes fan favorite. And look, he had an opportunity with Pollock's injury. I'm not saying he got Wally pipped, A.J. Pollock, but the spotlight was on Verdugo to see, is this kid legit? Is this kid everything he's been billed to be coming up in the minors? And he's been that and then some. Not only has he produced, this guy is just fun. He brings that energy, and it's just a different type of energy that surrounds the team, and Verdugo is a major part of that. The teammates love him, locker room loves him, and you see that. But I'm with you. You got Verdugo, to me, him, Bellinger, all these guys have really earned their spot as tentpole players. They're not platoon-style players. They're elite big leaguers, so I'm with you. But Cheryl, former Quakes are winning it for the Dodgers. Look, the Quakes, I want to get a Quakes hat. By the way, if you guys want to send me a Quakes hat, that'd be great. Hit me up my DMs. I have a couple things for trade, an Alex Wood bobblehead, Joe Kelly. Oh, Joe Kelly, by the way, has give him some credit. Give the man some credit, Joe Kelly. But here, let me get back into the comments. Make sure, by the way, if you have not, let me know where you're watching the Dodgers Nation post-game show. You got to represent. I think Arkansas is the furthest, at least what I've read so far. But here we go. We got Scott. Bullpen still needs some work. Like I said, the bullpen is, if they're doing great, you don't really mention them. But look, 12 blown saves on the year. 12 blown saves on the year. In June, though, like I said, Joe Kelly, look, I would ship him away if he didn't have the talent he has, but that talent is so good. The velocity on that fastball is so unbelievable. That spin rate, you have to stay home and give him an opportunity to really flesh out his issues, because he can be that weapon, because we know in the postseason you need nasty stuff. You need gas to really get by, and really in the month of June, Joe Kelly, 150, a 1.50 ERA. He's held the opposition to 136. And really the Dodgers bullpen in June, their ERAs down was 2.04. And really it can be a little misleading, of course, ERA, but the Dodgers pen ranks fourth in the MLB with stranded runner rate of 81%. But look, I'm with you too. I'm all about taking a flyer on a superstar, okay? I don't want bargain bin guys. It's Brad Hand types who apparently Hand is not going to be as easy to lure away, because apparently Brad Hand and the Cleveland Indians are going to be holding on to them for unless there's an insane offer, but apparently the Indians still want to hold out and move him when the winter comes along. So that's the word on Brad Hand. But look, we know this is Major League Baseball. We know trades are going to happen. We know Andrew Friedman's made 40 trades since taking over as the Dodgers GM, so he's going to do something to this bullpen. But really, yes, this bullpen has its issues, but they got it done today. And really, in the month of June, we had a scare with Kenley. That game the other night was a nail biter. That one I almost passed out. I'm not gonna lie. That was a terrifying game. But they got it done, and and they're showing signs that they're starting to be more consistent, and they're starting to earn our trust back just a little bit. With the Dodgers, they were third in Major League Baseball in June with a home run rate of .68. So really, we know when this team, this bullpen's not going to walk a lot of guys. Okay, they are tops in the league and close to it when it comes to their stinginess. They're not giving free passes, but sometimes they're locating spots where they're giving up 2 home runs, and that's really the promising sign, is they're not giving up as many home runs, .68 in the month of June. But Joe Kelly, like I said, he's the reliever that you love to hate, but if he plays good, if he goes 0 to hero, you got to give him his credit. And just look at Pedro Baez. Pedro Baez in 2017, he allowed 18 runs on 24 hits, including 6 home runs and 13 walks in 23 innings in his stretch in 2017. Okay? He had an ERA of 8.35. And look, he was just absolutely horrific. We cringed at the idea of Pedro Baez running out of that bullpen, and we saw him turn it around. So really, it is something that's in the cards. Here we go. We got Mark, one of the greatest teams to play the game. We got Michael Crawford in Bolivia, live in Phoenix. So you take the cake today, baby. All the way in Bolivia, originally from Phoenix. We got Rude, Martin trade fodder, Martin Moreno, CT3, and Will Smith, best players. Keith Dombrowski, great job, Dodgers, but fix the bullpen. Look, we were just talking about, yes, the bullpen definitely needs an upgrade. The bullpen needs to be bolstered, and you know that the Dodgers are focused on it. And now with CT3 starting to hit, and A.J. Pollock coming back, and Verdugo starting to hit again. Bellinger got out of that mini slump. Yes, he's 1 for his last 10, but we know what to expect with Cody Bellinger. Now that the Dodgers can really focus on bringing in, maybe they could bring in a bat, maybe like a Jeanette. I know Merrifield's going to have a very high asking price, but maybe they will try to bring in a bat. But really, now they know that it's all about focusing on this bullpen, and really, Joe Kelly is the answer. By the way, it's a great piece on Dodgers Nation about Joe Kelly. And Joe Kelly, the Dodgers Nation, they do that piece. Joe Kelly starts to turn it around. I don't think that's really a coincidence. You get the Dodgers Nation karma, things start to happen. But really, yes, his fastball has dropped a little bit. He's had some velocity dip. 2017, his fastball in Boston, 99.2. This year down to 97.8. But look, he still has that gas. And really, it's about the location and about him calming down. But here we go. Let's check out some of these. We got SD Dodger. Thanks, dude. Our boy Tim Rogers repping from. By the way, peep his post game show. He does a good one too every couple of games or so. He's got his own thing, which is awesome. We got Adam Hanks, laughing emoji. We got Avivalov 73. What happened to Andrew Tolles? Andrew Tolles, like I said, he's had some issues. A lot of it's in the mental capacity. I love to see him at the show again. I love watching Andrew Tolles. We got Yobani Chavez. Let's go Dodgers. Tina, starting pitching will cost them multiple top youngsters in the minors, so no. And that's the thing that you don't want to give up. The Dodgers pitching depth at the minor. The Dodgers are really deep in the minors just in general. We have a lot of guys coming up. Lux has been playing great this year, and Jeter Downs isn't really good, but really it's those pitchers. The pitchers down there. Dustin May, everyone was trying to act like he was having an off year, but really he had a really nice outing yesterday, and really Gray's been really good. Gonsolin is probably the guy you can see up here, and really Mitch White. I mean, they have guys down there, so this whole team, this whole organization is built on the arms. It's built on the pitching staff, and you really don't want to give up anyone that you think could have potential to come in, because look at Walker Buehler, guys. Look at Walker Buehler. By the way, if you tuning into the Dodgers Nation postgame show late May, I told you the player of the month for June was going to be Walker Buehler, and we saw it the other night. Walker Buehler, like Tim Rogers pointed out too. Tim Rogers pointed out that really, if those balls hadn't been juiced, he's probably flirting with a perfect game, because they're hitting out balls that really are going to stay in play, and he was absolutely lights out And really, so just some of these things I just want to did this little deep dive on Walker Buehler. And really, this guy was just so ridiculous. He got 23 swings and misses. That's the most by a Dodgers pitcher since, of course, Clayton Kershaw on July 9, 2017. And Walker Buehler, he struck out 16 batters, most by any Dodger since my boy, my favorite player growing up, Hideo Nomo, who struck out 17. And really, he was just unbelievable. Walker Buehler is the only pitcher in Dodgers history with more than 15 strikeouts and no walks in a game since the mound was moved to its current distance. So he was making history. And by the way, not a lot of people talking about it. I looked at their last 2 starts. Walker Buehler's pants looked like they were a little extra medium too. They looked like they were spray painted on, like they were like a T-ball Dodgers pants too. So guys, if you gotta go down a couple sizes to get out of not like he was slumping, but I just noticed that too. He was wearing the tight pants and really had his best outing of the year. 16 strikeouts. 16 strikeouts. Dodger pitchers to have had at least 16 strikeouts in a game at his age or younger since 1908. Ramon Martinez, you remember that one back in 1990. A gentleman by the name of Sandy Koufax, the GOAT pitcher, in my opinion, back in 1959. Knapp Rucker, 1909. So really, this guy was unbelievable. 15 Ks, man. 15 Ks or 16 Ks from Walker Buehler. First 15K plus game since 22-year-old Ramon Martinez had 18 back in 1990. So really unbelievable stuff by Walker Buehler. We got an ace up our sleeve. We have a couple aces up our sleeve here for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But here we go. We got West Side Walkoff. We got Toro from Mission Hills. Joseph Megazzeni checking in from the Ravine. Joseph Megazzeni checking in from the Ravine. I hope you caught that game. Joseph Megazzeni, were you the guy who ran on the field? I know your girlfriend is a big fan of Cody Bellinger. Was she the one who ran off on the field and said MVP? Who knows? That was a really funny incident. Shout out to Cody Bellinger. But we got Joseph Megazzeni. Barnes has to go. Look, the thing about Austin Barnes is really it's just the fact that, look, you saw that throw. I mean, when he had the chance to throw him out, I mean, that throw was high. That throw had really not a lot of velocity on it. And really, if you're going to hang your hat on defense, that's a part of defense. Yes, as a framer, that's where he's gotten his reputation. That's really why he's on this team. That's why he's in the big leagues. But really, it's the hard hit rate. I mean, this guy has his hard hit rate is extremely low. He's a guy that's not going to hit for power. And really, look, I mean, if you got guys like Will Smith, they didn't expect Will Smith to fall into their lap like this. And if that's the case, you got to roll with the hot hand because he's just doing it. I mean, with Austin Barnes, his offense is 20% below league average, 80 WRC plus. And 91% of Major League players have a higher hard hit rate than Barnes, and 72% have a higher average exit velocity. So, look, I love Austin Barnes for what he is. Austin Barnes is a player. He's got fire. He's got grit. And he's really a great locker room guy, has a great rapport with the pitchers. But really, his average throw was 74.8 miles per hour, which ranks him 51 out of 53 of qualifying pitchers. And really, his defense isn't as light out as you think, and the net benefits of having Will Smith in the bottom of that order, I think, really outweigh having him in there. So look, I mean, Will Smith, I mean, how are you supposed to keep a guy that keeps producing like that off the field? I really think that it's something to talk about. But here we go. We got Tina. They're winning with him. I don't think he'll be moved. That's actually a really great point, Tina. I mean, they are having the success they are having with really between Martin and Barnes. Martin's pretty much catching 2 of 5 pitchers at this point. And really, their magic number in the West now, 73, 29 games, or 54 and 25, 29 games over 500. 35-9 at home. They're just unbelievable. This team is ridiculous. So I'm with you on that. And how about the Colorado Rockies, man? I mean, of course, we have no sympathy for the Rockies, but man, they see the Dodgers in their nightmares. I mean, they have a lot of breweries in Denver, so they can drink to that because they are not having success against their their nemesis, the Dodgers, they've won 11 consecutive games. That includes that 163. And really, best record in baseball since May 21st, Dodgers 24-8, right? And the Rockies right at second, now at 20-11. So the Rockies were no slouch. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball, and the Dodgers broke out those broomsticks. Also, too, the Rockies offense, they led Major League Baseball in that stretch with 6.67 runs per game. Dodgers, they led Major League Baseball, allowing 3.14 runs per game. So something had to give. And really, it ended up in a Dodger sweep. And, of course, look, it's not like we dominated the Rockies. The Rockies played well. The Rockies had Sentinella had a really great game today. He had a really great game today. He had his best game that he has ever really had this season. And that they were in prime position to at least get one win, but it's the heroics of the Dodgers. And don't forget, the Dodgers, little moments, they're huge moments. These huge walk-offs. When it becomes time for October and you got a team that's played in 3 straight World Series and you got teams and rookies that have shown they can do this on this stage, that it's really gonna bode well for this team. But here we go. We got Tina. So was Verdugo, but it took time to bring him up. It will be the same with Smith. We got Raider Mike. Shout out to Raider Mike, a good friend of the show. He's definitely a regular. Raider Mike. Buehler will eventually be better than Kershaw. Wow, that's a bold statement, my man. But look, Clayton Kershaw, his records speak for themselves. ERA leader, strikeout leader, 300 Ks per season, strikeout MVPs. Cy Young's MVPs. ERA. Clayton Kershaw is a Mount Rushmore pitcher. He's the ace of the generation. But look, that's an interesting question. Who would you take? Look, it's way too premature to even start saying that. I think what you're trying to say is his stuff is so lights out that on their best day, it'd be hard not to take what we saw with Walker Buehler the other night. That fastball is so electric. And just when he's mixing it up with sliders, other pitches, really he becomes an unhittable pitcher, and we saw that on display at the Ravine a few nights ago. So bold statement, and plus, look, you're seeing Clayton Kershaw. Don't forget Clayton Kershaw, who starts tomorrow, 7-1 on the year, and Clayton Kershaw has really started to play, have his best pitch his best baseball. So give Clayton Kershaw credit because he's accepted that he's not throwing 95. He has evolved. So, look, we'll see about that. He's got a long way to go before you can put them in the same conversation. But here we go. We got Mindrick Co. Walker's gem was a masterpiece. Total artistry. I'm with you. That was total artistry and on display big time. Ricky Carter, I know, but he needs to stay. Joseph, was he wearing a G? We got Joseph, was Walker wearing a garter belt? All right. We got Elizabeth Carlos, go Dodgers, guys. Tina Garman, well, Buehler is the next young pitcher's up. It's the normal part of this game. Look, that's the thing. The Dodgers, the baseball gods have blessed the boys in blue with some of the best arms to ever do it, and I'm with you. He's the next in line. Don't forget Ryu. He has to skip over Ryu. Last time I checked, Ryu's the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, and Ryu's the guy that's going to win the Cy Young this year, and he's probably they're gonna work it out now. What it seems like for him to start in the All-Star game. So look, it's an embarrassment of riches for this Dodger team, and that's what they have with the arms. Really, other than the bullpen and maybe adding another right-handed bat that could hit with some power, they're really in prime position to do damage in the World Series in the postseason. We got to get there first, of course. We gotta take it one step at a time, but we all know what we're playing for. But by the way, there's a great piece over at Dodgers Nation too about Hyun-Jin Ryu's dominance, and written by AJ Gonzalez with the help of Real FRG about his clutch, his ability, how he performs with runners in the scoring position. Runners in scoring position, the MLB average this year is 253. Ryu, check out the stat. Ryu has held opponents to 51.051 with runners in scoring position. They're 3 for 59 against them. That's ridiculous, okay? He's just balling out of control. So, look, I know knee-jerk reaction, flavor of the day really with Walker Buehler, but let's not skip ahead. Hyun-Jin Ryu is dominant, and he's the best pitcher in Major League Baseball right now. So his average against them with runners in scoring position is over 200 percentage points lower than league average. So, I mean, what can you say? I mean, what he's just unbelievable, and really, he's just dialing it up when it's pressure cook, high leverage situations. So, really, he's got to do something before that. I'd like to see DJ Peters brought up. I don't think he solves. I mean, really, with the way the Dodgers are bringing up guys and they're having success, maybe the more the merrier. Maybe they just bring anyone up and he comes in and he lights it up like we've seen with Beatty. Even even Garlic has had his share of nice moments. I mean, come on, everyone is producing has been given the opportunity, and who knows? But here we go. We got Tina. Tina, Doug, you do know they would rather keep Smith down longer like they did Verdugo. I mean, look, the thing is, it's based on necessity, because with Verdugo, there was a logjam, okay? Verdugo, there was a logjam in the outfield spot, and also keeping him down there, allowing him to get more at-bats and to dominate really is paying dividends right now as we speak. It paid dividends yesterday with a walk-off shot to end the game. But with Will Smith, there's a clear hole. There is a clear hole that needs to be filled with the offense in that if the powers that be think that his defense is enough to overcome his deficiencies offensively, then sure. But I mean, look, what do you say? The Dodgers could have lost tonight if it weren't for Will Smith, especially the way they had already used Baez and Kenley. So here we go. We got Ricky Carter, let the kids play. That's another slogan. I like it. We got John David Lark, need to show more games on Las Vegas. Exactly. Hey, man, Dodger baseball. Look, what can you say? They're on Fox. They're going to be on ESPN a lot. They're on a network called Reddit. Never mind. I mean, but look, there are ways to see Dodger baseball. But no, you're in Vegas. Go to a casino. They got it on there probably. But here we go. We got Shark. Barnes is a pure warrior, but lacks razor-sharp skills. Look, I love Austin Barnes. Like you said, this guy has really made this guy getting to the big leagues and doing what he's done is nothing short of, he's a great player. We love Austin Barnes, but look, I mean, you got to make tough decisions. This isn't Little League where everyone gets to play. I mean, this is a meritocracy. The best guys get the at-bats and get the minutes, and Will Smith is a guy where he's proving to us that he can handle it. So I'm just saying, I mean, hey, the idea is to keep Will Smith down there so he can get at-bats and reps, but hey, why not do it at the big league level where he's still producing? But here we go. We got R. McInnes. Feels a lot like 2017. We got John Izzo, Magic number 73. Seems a little too early to start that countdown, does it? It definitely is way too early to start that countdown. I'm just, don't you guys just want to get back into that postseason intensity and get this job done? But we got Ricky Carter. How about them pitchers? Dodgers starting pitching, best in Major League Baseball by a long stretch. So really, what can you say about the Dodger pitching? It's about those quality outings, and tonight was another example. Yes, they got behind today, but it's just, I mean, there's not enough superlatives to really describe the greatness of the Dodger pitching staff. But losing Rich Hill is going to hurt, though. Losing Rich Hill is going to hurt. He's not going to pick up a baseball for a long time. But look, it wasn't Tommy John. It wasn't the worst, but I'm going to miss Rich Hill on the mound. As long as we can get him back for that postseason run, that's gonna be what's going on. But here we go. We got Celine. We got Celine. This team is on fire. Tina Jock is going well at first for not being his natural position. It just makes the team deeper. I like Jock's willingness to try something new. I'm with you, Tina. You got to give Jock a lot of credit, and the Dodgers for giving themselves this huge cushion. They have the luxury of really trying new stuff out. And Jock Peterson, he told Dave Roberts he hasn't been excited about something like getting the opportunity at first in a long, long time. But here we go. Ricky Carter, Will Smith is the man. We got Nicholas. Let's show some love to Baez. Yes, Pedro Baez. Really, the game came down to Pedro Baez because it was all about that ninth inning, and Pedro Baez, he really came through in the clutch. I mean, really, it was the moment of the game until, of course, Will Smith got it done. But he gets him out. He held it down. So he held it down, got the fly out, and really got the job done. But here we go. We got Jeff, DJ Peters, and Bueller played my Clinton Lumber Kings Midwest League Class A ball. No wonder why they are studs 3 years later. They won the Midwest League in 7 games that year. Tough down on the farm. All right, Jeff. Hey, man, you're right. I mean, you got our boys ready. You put them in these situations. Here we go. But here we go. We got Kevin Mathis. What do you think about multiple rotations? What different players in and out of the different positions? It's definitely a flagship in the MLB with Coach Roberts. Look, I mean, the Dodgers have put themselves in a position to have positional flexibility, and really getting guys healthy is going to be the key. Getting Pollock back and getting and seeing what our roster is going to look like, and keeping Verdugo as an everyday player. Is Jock going to work out at first? We haven't even brought up Corey Seager, who was the hottest player on the team when he went out. So this Dodger has the positional flexibility. Yes, they can add more arms, but yep, guys. So be sure to check us out Tuesday right after the game. I want to see all you guys again for the Dodgers Nation post-game show. You can find me on Twitter at DMAC_LA, DMAC_LA. I'll follow you guys back, but you can find us here every Sunday and Tuesday. Be sure to check out Dodgers Nation for all these cool, fresh T-shirts. Get some of your merch at DodgersNation.com. Read all the content and listen to the Blue Heaven podcast on Thursdays. See you guys on Tuesday. Go Dodgers, and I'm out. I'm still here, but go Dodgers, baby.